It's beginning to look like we're going back to Mass.
Let's go.
Everywhere we go, starting Monday the 18th of May. Was that?
I don't know. Well, hey, welcome everyone.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
I'm excited.
Did we start this already?
I'm excited.
Pastors of Pain podcast and radio show? Pete FM?
The last time we celebrated Mass with a congregation was March 19th.
Seriously?
March 19th. Because it was the Feast of St. Joseph.
Yeah.
And then the next day, things were shut down.
Okay.
I'm just excited to see. And I know we're not going to, and I say I'm excited to see everybody. I know we're not going to see everybody because I know a lot of people are still not going to come. And that's okay. That's all right. I'm just excited that people have the option to come. So it's a mixed emotions, because I know a lot of people are anxious out there, and we want to acknowledge that people are, on edge a little bit of what's it going to be like. And I'm anxious to see what tomorrow brings, what Monday the 18th.
What time is your Mass Monday the 18th?
We're going to have Mass. So we usually do not have Mass on Monday, but we are going to have a Mass just because people have been away. So that's going to be at noon.
Okay.
And then starting on Tuesday the 19th, we go back to our regular Mass schedule, which is Tuesday 12:10, Wednesday and Thursday at 7 a.m., and Friday at 12:10. And then the weekend Mass schedule, Saturday at 5, Sunday at 8:30, Sunday at 11:15, Sunday at 1 o'clock in Spanish.
Okay. Say those again one more time for me.
All of that?
Or can I just go to your website? St.
Yes.
Francis
SFX.
Xavier.
SFXstillwater.org.
SFXstillwater.org.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
So one thing we did not acknowledge, Father Carey, we recently had our 100th episode.
What? Wait. Is that? I don't like to be, just follow the trend of.
This is episode 102.
Okay, good. Boom! Get
102.
ready, sparkler. Boom, 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 boom.
We're both wearing party hats.
No, we're not. we came out in our best clerics
Finally,
for
I
this.
can break out my kazoo.
Really, 102 episodes?
Yeah.
We're going to digress for a second and then come back to Return of Mass.
Let us know. I would like to know. We 102 episodes. Some of you have listened to all 102.
No way.
May God have mercy on your soul.
There's
Jay. Jay's been sitting with us through all this.
Yeah.
So what I would, hey, all you people out there who are listening, what is your? We have stats on like the most listened to. The two most listened to episodes were.
Well, let me guess. Liturgy of the Hours?
No.
Okay. Second guess. Why priests are dumb?
It just shows
dumb things.
Controversy sells, even though this is a nonprofit enterprise.
Wait, what's the number one? Something about like
annoying things
that
priests do.
And the second one is annoying
things our people do.
Oh, yes. All my students now officially know that when I introduce them, if I ever introduce like, hey, Jay, do you know Jay? Jay's job is to say, hi, I'm Jay. What's your name?
You're giving away your secrets here,
I know.
man.
But I just want everybody to know I remember faces. I don't remember names. So just introduce yourself to me. Hey, Father Carey, I'm Willie. Okay, hey, Willie.
So maybe we need to do more controversial episodes. Mm-hmm. Maybe we could do individual shows about individual people.
Oh, man. Wait.
Annoying
things.
Okay, here's what we'll do. Is there someone at the parish that annoys you?
Yes.
Send us their name, and we'll do a show totally about them.
I just got a text message. B. O'Brien. wait, that's too obvious. Brian O.
So, or maybe you don't think you're annoying. You send us your name, and we'll make sure that everybody knows that you are.
Roasted.
Yeah, we could have like little roasting episodes.
Here's what we'll do.
How would
that be charitable?
For a donation of $500 to the Stillwater Catholic Radio Ministry, we will spend an entire episode roasting someone of your choice.
Hopefully, it's you who's sending your own money in. Roast me.
Yeah.
Roast me.
Maybe you're mad at your spouse.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe one of your kids has been acting up. We're we're happy to help. Anyway, so this is so we've as we've said before, we started this just as a way to kind of both evangelize, reach new people, but then also to reach our people in between Sundays, and mission accomplished. I mean, we're still every week is a new adventure, but it's been fun.
Yeah, this week,
episode 102.
This week I'm on a radio show in Ireland.
Get out of here.
I'm not. It's
Will you send me that link?
It's called Colloquy. Colloquy. Remember Katie Asco, the Irish missionary?
Yeah.
So I was
Does she have her own show?
So this week I was supposed to be doing her wedding in Dublin.
Yeah.
Like I was going to preach, and the other priest that of her husband to be college was going to celebrate the mass and do the vows, and I was going to get to preach, bring some old school.
They've never seen a priest like you.
They would. So I'm going to go in July. I think I'm going to go for their wedding in July, and I'm going to keep this up. But Father Mike Schmitz is on Tuesday, and then I'm on Wednesday. And I think we're also recording here. He's on Monday and I'm on Tuesday. But it's called Colloquy, and it's for 20-year-old Catholics, 20 to 30-year-old Catholics.
They invited Father Mike, world-renowned, famous, best-looking priest ever, Father Mike Schmitz. And then you?
And then me. Well, you know what? They also needed...
Are you going to start speaking at Steubenville conferences?
No, they don't make biscuits out of this kind of dough, dude.
Are you going to have... Are you going to have your own YouTube channel?
Well, St. John's does have a YouTube channel.
Well, but Father Mike Schmitz, his videos get like 100,000 views.
Oh, yeah, because he's brilliant. He's one of the smartest,
and he talks fast.
Yeah, and he can
he's very good. Yeah,
he articulates himself in an incredible...
Taking a complex subject and breaking it down in 8 minutes.
And has an incredible memory. Like the fact that he can memorize all those things.
Unlike you.
Unlike me, I just...
As previously discussed. But anyway, we're just happy to be here. We're happy to keep it going. And I think especially during the quarantine, the podcast, I know for a lot of people, they've had a little more time on their hands. And the podcast has helped them grow in their faith, and we're grateful.
It's like Linus's security blanket. Or what did we learn from Jeopardy the other day?
That was on Jeopardy the other night.
It was a secret code word for World War II.
Security blanket. Made famous. Well, anyway, we wanted to spend the episode kind of getting people ready to return to the public celebration of Mass. It will have been March 19th to May 18th.
Whoa.
So
that's
basically two full months. So I think it's like 8 weeks total that we have not had the Mass. Now, in between, I should say, you and I, and St. John's and St. Francis Xavier, we have had Mass every day.
Correct.
The Mass has gone on. So if you notice, the wording we're using is very particular, and that is the public celebration of Mass is returning, not the Mass is returning. The Mass has been going on. Live streamed. You've been doing it 9 a.m. We've been at noon every day, and with good success. I mean, you've had a lot of people tuning in.
We have a former student who is somewhere in the Middle East right now in the Army, and he's
tuning in.
Yeah, tuning in.
Nice. Yeah, we've had a lot of people who are not just not leaving their house, but then they've kind of passed that on to family members. Hey, people in Nebraska, watch this.
Well, students who live in rural parts of the country, these like their parishes, maybe they're a mission, and their pastor is also covering 3 other parishes and got a lot of work to do, or maybe is just technologically inept.
Yeah,
so some guys that they just can't grasp like how to do this on Instagram or Facebook Live. So luckily I have a squad of students behind me who is just like tearing it up.
I will say I want to give a shout out to we call them our tech team, who have all the especially on Sundays, the live streaming that you see from St. Francis Xavier. I mean, they are on it and like getting better every week, and we're kind of adding technology and we've spent a little money so far, but also people have sent us like specifically like a check. Hey, thank you so much for the streaming. Here's $50, or here's somebody sent the other day sent $1,000.
Nice.
And they said please use this for
More technology.
For technology, and we're like, boom.
Yeah.
Because we actually have had to pay more. We had to pay, we pay like a licensing fee to be able to sing the music that we sing. And that's common to print music and stuff like that. That's very common.
But if you do it over...
But when you stream music, it's a separate license. So when this whole thing started, it's called One License. OneLicense.net, I think it is like kind of all the Catholic music. They kind of gave everyone a grace period of like 6 weeks. And then parishes started getting like shut down. I mean, their Facebook streaming because they were singing copyrighted music. So we kind of got word of that and like, oh my gosh, yeah, we need to. So we're all on the up and up, and we got our license and all that stuff. But it costs. It's like it's a couple $100 a year.
What?
To stream.
I don't think I know that's. I mean, like, wow.
Yeah, check that out.
I didn't. I guess there's like all that licensing. Yeah, because when you like push something out, I sang a little bit of a video on a video a couple weeks ago, and one of the social media platforms like silenced a part of it because it went over the allotted amount.
I used to, when I was at Bishop Kelly, we would like the cheer squad. They would do all these like halftime shows and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was always so confused by the music, like. Like pick a song and dance to it. But it would be like 5 seconds of this song and then 8 seconds of this song. And they were like, and I was just like,
of licensing.
What is the deal with that? And they said, well, because you can use, you can use a certain piece of it, but you can't play the whole thing, or you have to like pay for it. So like, oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense. Anyway, so there's been, even though like we've saved a lot of money on kind of heat and air and lights and, there's big chunks of the building that we're not using right now. So we've saved money there, but there's been some increased costs on the technology side. Yeah. But our plan, and a lot of people have been asking, when Mass opens up again for the public, we're still going to stream the Sunday Mass.
Oh, are you?
And I think we're just going to do it forever and ever and ever.
Infinitude.
Yeah. Even when there's a vaccine and everybody's healthy again and great 5 years from now, we're still going to stream. And I know a lot of parishes have done that with great success. I mean, it's a way to evangelize. You can reach people maybe who just they're not quite ready to come into the church building for whatever reason, but they'll watch, kind of dip their toe. As Field of Dreams says, they dip their toe in magic waters. They'll come from Iowa City. Pay $20 anyway. So it's very exciting. I'm a little nervous. Are you nervous about the reboot?
Nervous?
2.0?
Well, I was supposed to be in Dublin.
Yeah. What are you doing? What is?
Okay, I have no idea.
So May 18th. What's happening?
May 18th.
Are you here?
I haven't figured that out yet.
I have no plan.
You know why? Because I was supposed to be in Dublin.
So normally this time of year, graduation would happen.
Normally graduation
and then
happens
you're out.
on May 9th.
Then you paced.
May 10th, we have Mass. We drive to Dallas. We jump a plane to some pilgrimage place, and then we're gone for 15 days. Between 10 and 15 days on a pilgrimage.
Europe doesn't want you?
Europe doesn't want us right now. And so that... Also, I take a couple of days off during that period as well.
Okay.
So I usually take 4 or 5 days off because then I'm sacked every weekend with weddings.
Oh.
So I have a wedding. We have, 11 weddings this summer. So every weekend plus a Friday and Saturday are all taken up throughout the entire summer for weddings.
Yeah.
And also because of Focus Missionary Training has gone from Florida to the campuses. Now, I'll be working with my missionaries, not in Florida as I normally do during the summertime for a week, but I'll be working with them in Stillwater.
So the live streaming of Mass is over? R.I.P. St. John's live streaming?
RIP.
Yeah?
It may go, we may take it to the end of the month, to the end of May, because that's when things seem to be opening up around the country at the end of May.
Yeah.
Because we have students around the country, and we have donors and alumni people, and then I think June, that first weekend of June, we're just going to shut her down because our congregation is going to church someplace.
Do you think you're gonna the live streaming, like when school starts back up?
I don't envision live streaming Mass. Because if I give students the option of going to Sunday Mass or live streaming, oh my gosh. Don't you remember being in college?
Do you think? I remember being in college. I had a chapel in my dorm.
Exactly. And how late were you to Mass every Sunday?
Well, we had Mass. I went to Mass almost all during college, at least the first 2 years of college, Sunday night at 10 p.m.
I know. Who goes to Mass at 10 p.m. on a Sunday?
I did.
In Notre Dame.
It was awesome. That was at Boston College.
Oh, lazy bums.
And then my junior and senior year, I lived in a different part of campus, so I went to to the parish.
Okay.
Sunday mornings.
Got it.
Okay, very, very interesting. Very interesting. What if there's a demand? I mean, what if students are like, what about students who like go home on the weekend? They should go to their parish.
They should go to their parish.
Yeah.
If they're going home on the weekend.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, I don't anticipate anything past June being needed by a college student around the country.
I dig it.
Yeah.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
And you have the question, like, what are you going to do during the summertime? Normally, I have a Sunday 10 a.m. Mass every Sunday.
Yeah.
And now that the campus is literally a ghost town.
So OSU is not...
No summer classes. Internships are...
Classes online.
Yeah, classes online.
Okay.
No in-person stuff. Labs are, a lot of them are being shut down this summer. So a lot of summer internships around here are being... athletes, question mark.
Yeah, that's an open... I think they haven't quite
figured
that out yet.
They're still... What we do at St. John is based on what OSU is doing on campus.
I'm amazed at how much, we have a lot of parishioners, a lot of folks who are involved in athletics, in OSU athletics. It's amazing how much hinges on football.
Yeah.
So we know, people,
$30 million.
I have a parishioner who lost her job. We have parishioners who are taking pay cuts.
Uh-huh.
And every single person, the question is, are we playing football? Because that's where the revenue comes from. I know they haven't sold as many like season tickets, and just people are not as willing to either to spend money or to commit, is there going to be a football season? And I think there is. I think it'll
if you want season tickets, like buying stock,
it'll work out.
Get them now.
Yeah.
Get them now and
buy season tickets for
$1. Scoop them up while they're cheap.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So Stillwater is it's like the summer around here. It was last weekend, which was graduation. What should have been graduation, and that's a crazy weekend.
Oh.
U-Hauls everywhere and people moving out, and I know that's a crazy weekend for you.
Mm-hmm.
And it just didn't. It was normal.
Festivity after festivity did not happen.
Wow.
So it's. When people ask, what are we going to do at St. John? There's a big question mark that looms over us because we serve students. We don't have babies and we don't have elderly.
What if a student has a baby?
Well, if a student has a baby, that's
Don't judge.
Well, what if a student has a grandparent that's living with them?
They can come if they come with the student.
Uh-huh.
So I loved, this was on May the 6th, Wednesday, May 6th was when we got the official guidance from our bishops. One, shout out to our bishops for working together. I was super nervous that the Diocese of Tulsa was going to open up and the Archdiocese of Oklahoma City would still be closed. And then there'd be all these Oklahoma City people who I love, who are my brothers and sisters in the Lord, who were going to flood across diocesan lines and come to my rockin' beautiful church to try to go to Mass.
And my rockin' not beautiful church.
Your church is nice.
Brown square spaceship? Come on.
Really? Inside.
Jet engine exhausts?
Go
ahead. The altar is gorgeous.
The church is nice.
The marble altar, gorgeous.
Yeah. Don't
The children, love them.
Yeah,
because we're right on this boundary line between Oklahoma City surrounds us on three sides.
Right. So I was very edified by our bishops and their leadership to kind of bring the state together. And I loved their letter, so I actually brought it. And I just want to point out some highlights of their letter.
Go on.
There's so many good parts of it.
What about how about
it's so Holy Spirit.
The Holy Spirit.
That's gearing us up for Pentecost. So they said the gift of the Holy Spirit assures us of God's continued presence in our lives, no matter the circumstance. He is with us. I mean, just that is yes. Perhaps the greatest sacrifice for the lay faithful these past few months has been fasting from Christ's body, blood, soul, and divinity given to us in his real presence in the Eucharist. We pray that in this time of Eucharistic fasting, God has graced you with a profound hunger for this communion with Jesus and the members of his body, the church.
I was preaching on
I love
rekindling
that.
Eucharistic amazement for a couple of weeks.
I love that. I love that. And then this is another good one. We are dealing with an invisible threat to people's lives, a virus that our brightest doctors and scientists are still figuring out. The ever-present temptation in our American culture is to want solutions immediately and to act quickly because we want what we want and we want it now. As a church, we must proceed more deliberatively.
What we want it now.
And then this is my favorite part.
Yeah.
And that was there's a little shout out, where'd it go, to priests.
Uh-huh.
Man, what the heck?
You should have
Oh, additionally, our pastors will learn from you and from each other as these guidelines are implemented. Just as the laity have sacrificed with their Eucharistic fast, the priests have sacrificed by their inability to provide the faithful with this heavenly banquet and celebrates the sacraments with them. They long to see the faces of their parishioners once again.
Whoa.
It's true. I stinking miss everybody.
I know.
Let's go. And I know that we're still not going to see everybody, but we're going to see some people, and then we can reach out from there and hopefully see everybody. Now, we've been doing a lot online. People have, I don't know, if people are online, they've seen my ugly face plenty. I just haven't seen them. I mean, we've been doing, videos and all that kind of stuff. That's been good and successful, and it's kind of gotten us through the last 2 months.
It's not the same. Students were just saying to me on numerous occasions, like, Father, and they would point at their phone. They're like, "This is not the same as the Mass." I was like, I know it's not the same as the Mass.
And I think that's a very Catholic thing to say, because we are an incarnational faith, right? God took flesh, and that means something. And so the sacraments, especially, are meant to be celebrated in person.
Correct.
So online is good. Online gets us further than we might have been, but watching Mass on TV and going to Mass are two different things.
You can't be baptized by an iPad.
Yeah, virtually.
Even though it's got a liquid crystal display, you can't bang it on your head 3 times to get
virtual
baptized.
baptism, or
No, it doesn't work. You have to. There's the pouring of water, the immersion in water, the soaking, the saying of the words. All these things are, as Jesus had come into the flesh, incarnational. Yeah. So
and
the
think of it more simply. Of people that you love, right? Being with them and talking to them on the phone are two different things. Being with them and even FaceTiming, as good as FaceTime is, like you can see the person and they can see you, but you're actually not really seeing them. You're seeing an image of them displayed on a screen. You're seeing a camera image of them then broadcast onto it's not them. So that's this longing I think that people have, is to be there in person.
Yes.
And especially, you can't virtually eat. And that's where I think where Catholicism and some other churches, there's a difference there. That an essential part of the Mass is the reception of Holy Communion.
Correct.
So the priest has to, in the celebration of the Mass, the priest can't say, I'm not going to consume the Eucharist at this Mass. You can't do that. But so for the people to be able to now have access to and receive the Eucharist, well, it's just going to be beautiful. I'm very anxious to see it.
Joyfully anxious?
Yeah, no, I have some anxiety about just how people are going to react.
This is
not, and I'm not, not like worried that people are going to be jerks about it.
Yeah.
But I think it's also we've put a lot of trust in them to make good decisions. If you're not feeling well, if you've been around people who are sick, then you shouldn't come. If we're asking people, for example, to receive Holy Communion in the hand.
Correct.
And I know that's very difficult for people. We're not going to refuse somebody who wants to receive on the tongue. They can. We're not requiring masks. but we're encouraging it, you know. Those kinds of things. You know, we're gonna have a limit on the number of people who can be there. So there might be people who come late or come, you know, and who will be told to, you know, to come back later, or go to the overflow area, you know, down in the parish hall. So it's going to require a lot of patience. So I have a little just anxiety about the unknown of what's going to happen. But I also know, man, God got us this far. Shoot,
Yeah.
we're going to be all right. And our bishops have put together a good plan. Within the parish, we put together a good plan. My parish pastoral council's done awesome. My staff has been awesome. Awesome.
I've had a lot of students step up.
Yeah, and the people have been awesome with donations. I mean, people have really kept up with financially supporting the church. Awesome. And then I just feel, I mean, you just feel people's prayers, and people write notes and they send emails and, hey, we're praying for you and thank you for this. And anyway, it's just all been very, very edifying. And so I hope it's been a generally kind of positive experience for people spiritually. And then for those for whom it's not, you know, hopefully there'll be some healing and help people get through it.
Yeah, there's a number of students and probably adults as well have, you know, they're like, well, I got out of my groove of getting up every Sunday morning, going to Mass, and I just forgot about watching Mass on TV the last 6-7 weeks. And so now they're like, okay, how do I get back into this groove? Well, the answer is go.
Just do it. Yeah.
Just show up.
Do it once and get back at it. But I hope that hunger, you know, for just as an example, a couple weeks ago, like you, and this is maybe we're revealing our innermost secrets, but we've been bringing people into the church in smaller masses.
Correct.
9 people or fewer. And the other day we had a mass, and there was a woman there who was the sponsor of the one being brought into the church, and she had not been to Mass in 7 weeks.
Yes.
And was like very emotional receiving the Eucharist for the first time in 7 weeks. And it kind of caught me off guard a little bit, only in that I'm kind of used to, you know, I have been receiving the Eucharist, but she had not. It was her first time, and it was very emotional for her. Yeah. And it was beautiful to see her faith and to see that longing kind of come out. Like when you haven't seen someone in a long time, and then you see them, you meet them at the airport, and whoa.
It was beautiful to see, because we have students that are leaving the state.
Yeah,
even moving back overseas.
Yeah.
Or going into the military and stuff, and so they're not going to be able to receive this. So we brought them into the church. There was 15 people total over those last couple of weeks, and to have their sponsors, their godparents there, like, wait,
I get to go?
I what?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, it's
just
awesome.
to see the joy, like students who were didn't know something was going to happen, like just came up for Holy Communion in tears.
Yeah, beautiful. And then we're having First Holy Communion this Friday and Saturday.
Oh, the little tykes.
The little guys. It's Friday night in Spanish and Saturday morning in English. So that'll be interesting, too. You know, we're not really having a rehearsal. Usually we do like a rehearsal and get everybody real comfortable with it.
No way, Hoseby.
Nope. No rehearsal. Just let's go. No group picture because we can't, you know, put everybody all together.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Wow.
So there's some restrictions, but it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome.
And there's big enough space.
We wanted to make that group a priority. And then we have confirmation May 26th.
Sweet.
So we're rolling.
Okay, so if you're out there and you're like, okay, I need to get back to Mass.
Just go. If you're able to go, if you live somewhere where you can go, I mean, obviously make a decision for yourself of your own health, who you've been around. But if you're able to come, please come. Yeah. And then just be patient. And don't be a jerk. And so check us out. SFX Stillwater, sfxstillwater.org, catholicpokes.com. You can check our calendars for Sunday masses and weekday masses, confession times, things starting back up, Eucharistic adoration. Yep. Just check us out if you're in Payne County or the surrounding areas and you're Let's go.
Let's do this.
Be prudent.
Let's get back to Mass.
All right. We hope you are having a happy Easter season, and we love you and we miss you. We'll see you very soon.
Pray for us.